of Accra on the beats.
Wow. Now I always love it, when I have extra hands on set. Now when I turn to my right, I see one, Caleb, and of course Victor. These guys look like a million bucks. Ladies and gentlemen, you are welcome. This is the Upside Down Show. Today we scaling it up and we talking fashion. You know the season we are in and the fact that you need to come out every event having your A game on. I'm Frema Edunyame. Don't forget that the Upside Down Show is proudly brought to you by Sky Mineral Water. Now right after this break, I'm going to bring my personalities and we're going to show you something. Once again, you are welcome. This is the Upside Down Show. You're welcome back. This is the Upside Down Show on ChannelOne TV. And today we are having a conversation, trust me, that you would love. But it's always such a delight, when I have company on set. To my right, to my left, I love what I'm seeing. Hi, Caleb. Hello, Victor. No, you guys are looking good and I love this. Pretty soon I'm going to let you in on why they are here with me. But for now, we are going to be talking to a gentleman, I don't know how old he is. He looks quite young, but it looks like he is such a huge personality, a giant in the world of fashion, lifting the flag of Ghana so high, home and abroad. Ladies and gentlemen, he is the founder and the creative lead of Abrantie, the gentleman. Please help me welcome my guest, Ohineba Boama, Abrantie, the gentleman.
Hello.
Hi, welcome.
Thank you. Thank you for having me.
How you doing?
I'm doing great.
You look good.
I like what you're wearing too.
Okay. Well, I just want to believe that everything that you're wearing is your creation.
Yes.
Okay.
Except probably the sneakers.
Yeah. But even that, if you get upset, you just do something for
I know,
yourself.
right? I can probably
But
do
I
something.
really love what you are wearing. I mean, how you've put everything together. Your
Thank
cap, your blazer, everything. Really so cool.
I try.
So demure. I know, right?
Yeah.
But how are you doing?
I'm doing well.
And how's Abrantie doing?
Abrantie out and about. We're still pushing the brand.
Right.
Trying to where we can probably cement Ghana fashion and do it. And yes, production is still going on.
Wow. How long have you been doing this?
Professionally, I would say a little bit of 10 years plus, 10, 12 years.
But how old are you? You don't look like somebody who has been in business professionally for
Really?
that long.
Okay, so my age, I'm 42.
Okay. Well, you've taken good care of yourself.
I try.
Well, that's good to know. But let's get to know, you.
Okay.
Before becoming Abrantie the gentleman.
Okay.
You were Nana Ohineba Boama. Who is Ohineba Boama? Who are your parents? Were they also into fashion?
Okay, so I would say Ohineba is just a young chap who loves art.
Okay.
So I come from a background of, if I say I come from a background of art, everything about me is art. My parents, my mom was a banker. So more or less, I come from a family of bankers, so they are part in the banking field.
Okay.
For someone like me who wants to do art, you know how it is like. But something that you love, trust me, you can't stop it. So journey, secondary school, general arts, forced myself to be in an art class. I wanted to pursue it further.
Okay, so slow down a little bit. Where did you start school?
Okay, primary.
Yes.
I went to Prince of Peace, North
Okay.
Kaneshie. Then I went to Kofodia Sectech. That is in Kofodia.
Yeah.
I was in a science class. I moved to a general art. I moved to a visual art class.
You were in a science class?
I was in a
so
science
at what
class.
point did you move to visual arts?
I did the whole of first year in a science class. Then I realized that is not what I want to do. So second year, I moved to a visual art class.
Who agreed for you to do this, your mom or your dad?
I would say, yes. At a tender age, I love art. My mom knows I love art. But moving, switching from a science to an art class, it was a decision I took myself.
Your parents didn't know?
I would say yes. They knew I probably love art, but as in whilst I was doing that switch,
They didn't know.
no, I had to do it and tell them that is it.
But why would you do that?
Let me say, is it the adrenaline in me? So there was a time we had a student from the university. You know, when they come back from university trying to talk about our career options and all that. So we realize, okay, things you're talking about is really what you want to go. You want to go into. You're seeing all the fabrics. They're talking about the billboards, everything concerning art. So I realized, no, that is where I want to be. So they tell you, before you can probably get to this level, you have to study this course when you get to a university. And the courses that you can probably study at university, you have to pass these programs you're probably doing in secondary school. I realized, okay, if I want to end up in university, study this program, I have to do this course.
Right.
And it was just a small window for me to change.
Okay.
So no time to try and talk to parents and know, okay, let me just switch.
And then after Koforidua,
after Koforidua SecTech, I would say, while I was in SecTech, I had this teacher who was more into, when I say commercial merchandise, t-shirt printing and all that.
Right.
So while I was in Koforidua, we're doing all this printing of t-shirts for most of these inter-schools and all that. So that's where the love came from.
Oh, so you started business while in school?
You can put it that way.
Like
I wasn't getting paid. I was actually learning from my teacher then.
Okay.
So that's where the love came. Then to university. That is where the actual business started.
KNUST?
KNUST.
Right.
KNUST. I was in Unity Hall.
Okay.
And I started clothing right from the scratch.
What do you mean by you started clothing? As in
I started
your
a brand.
program?
I started
the
a brand. Yes.
Okay.
Not a branded brand.
Okay.
I started a fashion brand, which I named Wronga Right. So let me tell you the story behind it. So when I got to university, I realized, okay, there are a lot of things we see around regarding fashion that I think they are wrong or they are not doing it right.
Like what?
People like to wear streetwear. The kind of t-shirt they are using for streetwear, they are all sagging t-shirts. You wear one, two, the neck is all loose and all that.
Okay.
So fabric-wise, they're not using the right fabrics. If it's printing, ink-wise, they're not using the right inks.
Okay.
So what can I also do right? So in my mind, I want to change all wrong things to right.
Right.
Regarding to that. So I started a brand, a streetwear brand called Wronga Right.
Okay. So who were you producing for at the time?
At that time, mainly students.
Right.
But I had people, then I think that at that time, Michael Essien was in Chelsea. So I had people like Michael Essien wearing one of my t-shirts.
How old were you?
I'm not good with these things. Trust me, I'm not good with these things. So I would say during that time, that is where the love...
But first year, second year, third year, do you remember?
It was first year.
Okay.
First year at KNUST.
So let's say you're around 20...
If that is it. Anyway, I completed tech 2006.
Okay.
So you can do the calculations.
So maybe around 2021 ish?
Something like that.
Right, okay.
So that is
had,
where...
I mean, such an icon wearing your brand.
That was. So my life revolves around a lot of art.
Right.
When I say a lot of art, I've done a little bit of film.
Oh, you're an actor?
More behind the scenes.
Like costuming for...
I've done costume, I've directed.
Directing?
Yes, I've handled camera.
No, slow down. Hold on. So from the visual arts at SecTech,
okay,
where did directing, because I know people
okay,
get formal training in directing,
So visual arts from SecTech, KNUST, first year, when I started my clothing, that is a streetwear.
Yeah.
I was at Conti, that is Unity Hall.
Yeah.
I entered into radio.
Okay.
That is campus radio, that is Conti FM.
Yeah.
So through that radio, I got into contact with one gentleman, Roxin, who was based in Kumasi, but I was working with a lot of international film producers from outside the country.
Okay.
So we started a series on KNUST campus.
Okay.
So that is where the film side came in. From then, things didn't go well. Anyway, we had a series that was running on TV3 then.
Okay.
For about 2 seasons.
What was it called?
I think Whims. Forgotten. There was something Whims, something.
But you didn't like the production work?
As in me?
No, yeah, as in you. You didn't love that?
I love it. I've seen it done that.
Okay.
If I say I've seen it done that, at a point in time I used to have I had a whole production on TV3, a series.
Right.
Called Miss Call.
Okay.
So that is after tech, during my service time.
Okay. So while in school, you are doing your streetwear brand. You are also into
alongside radio,
media, film, stuff like that, right?
I was into radio then.
Okay. So what would make you choose the fashion over radio and
So
film?
let me say this.
Yeah.
The fashion was what I was studying. So
Okay,
at KNUST,
okay.
I was doing industrial arts, and I majored in textiles.
Okay. All right.
Alongside that, because I love the arts, everything revolving art. And mind you, I was how do you call it, student executive, College of Art. So when it comes to things regarding to events, programs regarding to student body, trying to put students together and probably have an entertainment program, I was in it.
Great. Okay.
So that build up from then. And during my vacation, I did internship with ATL. ATL is in Akosombo.
Yeah.
So I did a little bit of internship with ATL.
Okay.
That is where the love for print or textiles proper came.
So what exactly did you study at ATL? Whilst you
ATL,
interned, what did you learn?
Fabrics, how printing is done.
Okay.
Because it is a whole factory on its own. It's a whole world. From raw fabrics to designing of how the print looks like to printing itself.
Okay.
And how the designs
so what
are made.
really goes into, you know, for us, we just get out there onto the market. We have quite a variety to choose from. I like this, I like that, based on what you are looking for. But for you who has been in the factory, who has seen the entire process, what really, just quickly run us through the stages.
So some years ago, in Ghana, we produce, was straight from the raw yarns to the plain fabric, through to printing, before you see the actual. But now, the raw fabric side is cut. We don't produce raw fabrics in Ghana now.
Okay.
It's only printing that the factories are doing now.
So what happened?
They are all dead now.
Okay.
All those factories of the other production section is dead. Nowadays, you can probably go to some factories, have about 80 to 100 looms producing raw fabrics, but now they are all
were we not better off at that time?
Yes.
Being able to do that?
Yes. But now, most of the raw fabrics that we print on comes from China.
Wow.
So let's say if you have the raw fabric, there's a section that does the design.
Okay.
There are people who do the design on piece of paper. There are others who use computer to design.
Okay.
So when you go to GT, for instance, you have probably some old men there, or other factories, old men who have been using brush to design, and they are still doing that. When you use brush to design, you have designs very fine. Computer are mostly rigid designs.
Right, I get that.
Yes. So if you, let's take most of our old prints or cloth.
Yeah.
You realize the designs are quite different from the modern ones now.
True.
There is life in the old prints than what we have now.
True.
But even though computer is making the work easier, it is good to probably have both. So I learned during my service at GTP. That is where I learned a lot regarding to print.
So GTP, not ATL?
ATL, I did internship.
Okay, and now
after
your
uni service, GTP.
So you've been everywhere.
Yes.
Interesting, right?
But mind you, before service, I already had a brand running.
Yes.
On campus. So during service, that brand was on hold.
Okay.
Then I got into active printing. Whilst I was working at GTP, during that period is when they were changing all the secondary schools into senior high school.
Okay.
So I did a lot of, most of this corporate print or probably school uniform designs. I changed a lot. And aside that, I did a lot of corporate prints.
And it came with a lot of money, huh?
Then I was working, so probably it's not even coming
you're
to
working for them? Oh,
yes,
yeah.
it wasn't coming to
Okay.
But alongside that, I would say I started my brand as an Abrantie whilst I was at GTP.
Okay.
So that is what I do. I moved from Accra to Tema. From morning, by 6 a.m. I'm in Tema. Start work. Alongside you work, when you create your own design, you bring it back to Accra Central. Sell to those who there are people who own the prints you see around.
Oh, I see.
Most of the African prints you see, people own them. Aside the ones that the company produce, there are some owned by the merchants, the women in Mokola.
Okay. The women?
Yes.
So what, they create the designs?
People create a design for them. So people like myself will create design. I can create about 10 designs, take it to Mokola, go and sell it to them. Then they'll
Okay.
bring back to the factory to come and sell, to come and print.
So does that mean that you go to their shop and the only person selling that? What exactly does that mean?
So that is, let me educate you a little.
Yeah.
Let's say we have a print, a particular print. Someone designs on paper,
Yeah.
give it to a person who has the money to produce.
Okay.
Or the person who has the money to produce can buy a design from whoever. Or the person can probably go to the factory, people will design for them. And note, aside that, the print companies, they all have designs that are theirs.
Okay.
So let's take GTP, there is New Style, there is Adepa.
Yeah.
They are all brands from GTP.
Yes. Right. So the women in the market who own these brands,
Who own this print?
who own, yes, the
Yes.
prints, how do they make their money? I mean,
So
then what?
So let me say, if I design a print on an A4 paper and I sell it to you, let's say you are into print in Mokola, you can either decide to print it in Ghana or take it to China to print. So these are the people who go and they print the 40-footer and all that.
Okay.
And they distribute it across nationwide to people who sell the print.
Interesting.
So it's just like music. Somebody
Yeah.
probably does a demo, somebody wants to buy the demo.
Yes, yes, okay.
Or somebody might probably, okay, you have distributors. Now it's more of streaming.
Yeah.
So it goes like that.
Okay.
So I can sell it. So depending on how I'm able to sell it, I can just probably sell just the design, just go somewhere. But maybe outside,
And is
I
it
might,
a huge market?
It is.
Okay.
It is. It is huge
I
market.
see. Well, so it means that before it gets to the consumer, a whole lot has
There's
happened,
a whole chain.
you know.
That is
behind.
why now there are influx of a lot of Chinese print on the market. Because these same people who used to probably print in Ghana, now they go outside and go and print it. Because
Yeah.
they say, "Well, when you print outside, it's cheaper. So the Chinese, okay, there's a market for this in Ghana, or there's a market in Africa. Let's come and also explore how the
Into
market
it.
is like.
Yeah.
So we have a lot of influx of prints in the country.
So you are at GTP and then you start Abrantie.
I was at GTP when
Gentleman.
I started Abrantie the Gentleman. So
Okay.
it started more like a movement.
What does that mean?
So there was a minimal usage of print when it comes to men. Because you know, when it comes to men, 2 years shirts,
Yeah.
they are gone.
But really, what do they need?
So that is where the problem is.
Okay.
So I took it upon myself. Because of that, you don't see a lot of men using print that much. So what can I do to at least let people embrace print, especially men? So I started designing print trousers, not the ordinary shirts, accessories like probably bow tie,
Right.
headgear, and I did a shoot from that. So coming from a film, knowing much about film, I made it in a story form,
Okay.
and that actually caught on social media. Then one thing led to the other. I was there, I had a call from some few people, some news portal, fashion news portal outside.
Okay.
They want to probably make a feature on you.
Ooh.
Then I realized, okay, this thing will work. So now you're talking between you are working for a company and still probably pushing a brand. And mind you, all this while, I was still doing my film. I was still working on the series.
Okay.
Yes,
Well, when you started the Abrantie and all that, you were
Yes.
still in production.
I was still in production.
Okay.
That is, at that moment, I came out with my first series.
Was that the missed call?
Yes, that was a missed call.
Okay. Right.
So whilst at Tech, I was working with the production company. Then after Tech, I realized, okay, I can probably do this on my own. So I have featured people like, in my series, Black Rasta was in my series.
Okay.
I had late Kojo Datsun. Had a few phases in there. And aside that, yes, I did. I also did a movie during my national service time. Featured Yvonne Okoro, Nadia Buhari, and some other.
Interesting. I mean, a man of many parts, right?
So that is it.
So we're going to take a break. When we come back, we zoom in properly to Abrantie the Gentleman.
Okay.
Why that name?
Sure.
Abrantie the Gentleman. This is the Upside Down Show. We'll be right back. You're welcome back. This is the Upside Down Show, and my guest in the studio is Ohiniba Yabwama, who is founder and creative lead for Abrantie, the Gentleman. He's really been telling us how he started and the many things. I mean, the most important thing is whatever it is you're bringing his way must have arts in there somewhere, and you have him. Right, so before we went, we were just talking about you working or you doing your service at GTP and also producing your series. In fact, a movie as well came up. And then starting Abrantie the Gentleman.
Yes.
Why the name Abrantie the Gentleman?
So for the love of print, I would say I was consciously making sure anything that I probably put on has a little bit of print in there.
Okay.
And it wouldn't be the normal thing. So let's say if it's a wedding, it was hard to see somebody wearing a print suit.
Yeah.
Well, color coordinating. Not, people wear print and trust me, it's not tasteful.
It's all over the place.
Yes. So I was consciously making sure that print that I probably put out would be great. And people started calling me Charlie. People just started calling me Abrantie. That is how the name came by.
Oh, really?
Yes. So in my mind, I was going to use my old brand name, but I realized this name was just coming. It was just coming. Abrantie was just coming.
Why? So no, so hold on. So somebody will call you and then what?
It's just like Charlie, why Abrantie?
Okay.
That was it. Why Abrantie? That is how the name came by. So my little brother was like, it looks like people are calling you Abrantie. So why don't you just pick it up?
Okay.
Then the gentleman part. So I did my first collection. I had my first international show in South Africa.
Okay.
Then any media, like you probably go to media place, they introduce Abrantie, you ask what's the meaning of Abrantie. You end up explaining yourself 2 million times, telling people Abrantie means a gentleman.
Yeah.
Abrantie means a gentleman. I
Oh,
say fine.
okay.
Because a lot of Abrantie things in Ghana, let me add a gentleman to the Abrantie so that it stands out. So that's how
Abrantie.
come we got Abrantie the Gentleman.
Okay.
Simple as that.
And so far, are you happy you have that name?
Yes. Even though there are times people mistake you for other Abrantie things.
So
That is
hold on.
where-
Is there an Abrantie something somewhere?
So there's an Abrantie school.
Okay.
That
And
a
we
lot
had
of people
Abrantie
think
sport.
an Abrantie sport. The sport is not even a problem.
Exactly. Okay. So
But
which
the
one
school, a
is?
lot of people think, because of how my brand is, a lot of people think the school belongs to me.
Is it a fashion school?
So it was more like a cosmetology school, but I'm now doing fashion.
Ah, okay. So it really
So,
resonates with what you are
so
doing.
that is it. So and people know that Abrantie brand.
Is you.
So since they know that Abrantie fashion brand, they assume the school is also mine.
Well, it's not a bad thing if we think that you're doing that
but-
well. Maybe a school will come later. Okay.
That is it. You try to, when it comes to what I do, I believe in precision and how things are done well. So you have to look at exactly, even if you are doing something of that sort, it has to go well. So that is one aspect of it.
These are your works.
Yes, these are my words.
Okay, but I saw we saw a photo of the Honorable Okudita Blakwa. That
Okay.
didn't have any print in it.
Okay.
What you're wearing, I'm not seeing print in it,
Okay.
but you've always worked with print. So have
Okay.
you shifted a little bit from the
No.
print?
No.
Because this
So-
doesn't have print.
Yes. So these are customized outfits.
Right. Okay.
There are things you do for people on request.
Okay.
So I'm sure probably this is a common 3-piece outfit. People do it, but when it comes to the Abrantie brand, there are things that we do. So currently we are working on a line called the art shirts.
Art shirt.
Art shirts. Art shirts.
Okay. A-R-T art.
A-R-T
Okay.
art with shirts.
Okay.
Because one powerful tool of our brand is print. How to work with print. Coming from producing print to knowing the elements of how print are probably done, it is very easy to work with print. So the art shirt is just like trying to make a shirt made probably from print that could fit or match international shirt standards.
Part of the collection. What's on the screen?
There is another collection. There's a collection I call Colors of Africa.
Right.
So let me say this: the Abrantie brand has produce about 16, 17 collection. Every collection comes with different concepts. Aside that, we have a subsidiary line that is called the art shirt.
Okay.
So the art shirt has volumes,
Right. Okay.
and currently on volume 25. Each volume have about 7 to 8 designs in them.
Okay.
So 25 multiplied by 7. That's the number of shirt designs we produce from the Ash shirt line.
What goes into your creation? Okay, so this is
That is Colors of
Africa. So what is the inspiration behind this?
So I realized that because I'm coming from a textile background, I know much about when it comes to fabrics, prints, and whatever comes with fashion. So what you see there, the undergarments on the yellow trench coat is woven right from the scratch.
Oh wow!
And this was done in Kumasi.
Okay.
And the colors you are seeing, they are all woven kente.
Oh. Okay.
So there is kente, different color kentes with beading, and these are printed silk. The one hanging on the lady. These are printed silk.
Okay.
Yes. And these are things. Everything is made in Ghana. So collections like this are things we use to project Ghana.
Right.
And I've showcased this collection across from London. I've probably taken it to US. I've been done installation in some of universities in US, and
Oh wow!
I've showcased in a lot of countries.
But you sell them, right?
Yes.
Okay. So how
Yes.
much would
so
these go
so
for?
there is also a kente collection.
Okay.
There is more of a print kente collection.
Okay.
And this was showcased in South Africa.
Right.
And there is a woven kente collection.
Well, it should be heavy, right?
It's very heavy. Very, very, very heavy.
Okay. But currently, is our fashion industry doing well here in Ghana?
I would say yes, it's doing well.
Okay.
Even though there are people who are portraying brand-like fashion brands, and there are others who are just into business, who are just doing business.
Okay. So how should
if,
it be?
If I say there are people now on a regular day, people want to look good, so it doesn't matter what goes into it. They just want a nice dress to wear. And there are people who bring in tailors from all walks of life just to produce and sell.
Okay.
Because one, let's say every Saturday there is a christening going on, there's a wedding going on. What do
There's a
people want to
funeral.
wear? There's a funeral. So if you probably make outfits, black outfits or white outfits, people want to buy. So if you have good designs and they are white, people will just buy them and wear it on a regular basis.
You know, so we want to really patronize our local designers or Ghanaian designers, right? But I don't know why, if you are going to a seamstress, you are paying a certain amount. The moment the word becomes a fashion designer, you are paying an arm and a leg. Why are you guys so expensive? Because you can create something for somebody and it's going for like 5K, it's going for like 8K, 10K. Why? What goes into it? It's the same fabric. Why?
So let me come in on that. Don't let us dispute the fact. Some people are just overpricing. That is one.
Thank you.
There are others too. When you look at probably what they are giving you, it is worth what they are giving you. Because of pricing, people probably turn out to. So let me give a typical example. I was in the States and I got zips, each for $12. $12.
Okay.
And I make an outfit that has about 5 zips on it. $12 multiplied by 5. I'm buying a fabric, maybe a meter, maybe around $25.
Okay.
I'm using 4 yards. That is $100.
Yeah.
And just say it's a white shirt. You might see that white shirt, you might think, white shirt, okay. No, it's not just a white shirt. Somebody will produce the same thing. Maybe the zip might even be the same, but not the quality-wise, the same color, everything, the same hook, but it's different.
Right.
So it depends on exactly who you are buying from. Imagine somebody working with a kente, there are a lot of beading going in there, they are putting stones in there.
But when you see a piece that has seen a lot of work, you can tell. And sometimes this is it. I mean, what you're seeing is what you're getting. So why are we paying that much?
That's what I'm saying.
Or
Let's look at this very
yes,
shirt.
Yes.
The print you see here, it is a collaboration I did with Villisco. This one.
Okay, yeah.
The print is from Villisco.
Beautiful
And-
shirts, by the way.
Thank you. The print is from Villisco. And this Villisco print, you can't compare it to a normal African print on the market.
I agree.
So imagine a shirt like this. You can't compare this shirt to a normal African print shirt on the market.
So how much would a shirt like this cost?
This very one
Created
can
by
probably
you?
go like 700, 800.
But it's fair.
Somebody will also sell you a same shirt, 1,500. Maybe that print may be higher than this. Some also sell this same shirt for 200. All you see is print.
Yeah.
Because you don't know the different types of print. Maybe the kind of plain I'm adding to this is different.
Right.
So it varies.
Right.
I probably have shirts that sell for 600. I have shirts that sell for 1,005. I can show you one.
Okay.
But someone will go like, why shirt 1,005?
Yeah, yeah.
So it varies.
Sure. No, I get it. So you have gone beyond the borders of Ghana. How did you do that? So if a young person is watching you, they also want to break through, go beyond the borders of Ghana. What are the steps? Are there any lay down steps you have to follow?
I would say just believe what you're doing.
Right.
Because during this very show, Ghanaians were not embracing prints that much. I can count the number of people you see wearing printed kente on the streets. Trust me. But it is something I was doing knowing that we have to sell our story outside.
Okay.
And I was here, I had a call, and trust me, that is not one. I've showcased in Milan. I've gotten to Milan, seen billboards of myself in Milan.
Oh, wow.
Huge
You're such a
billboards.
superstar.
And I was just in some small corner doing what I just believe in.
How did you feel?
Trust me, it was a moment. Do you know why? When I got to the airport, I saw a billboard. I think it was a Ferragamo or something. I was like, I want to come back. The next time I come back, this should be my billboard.
Why not?
Then I got to Milan. There was a giant billboard of me. I was like, oh, wow.
Yeah.
And these things, they're fulfilling. And these are things that keep us going. And trust me, it is not easy.
Yeah.
Even though our industry is not it's not there yet. But trust me, we are doing well.
Now, before I let you go, I need you to advise fellow, no, I'll call you that. Maybe you have grown your brand, but upcoming tailors, seamstresses, people who really would want to be where you are. Why are they always giving us heart attacks? Why are they giving us palpitations? Why would they tell us that come for your outfit next week when they really mean next year? Why? What advice will you tell them?
When I hear this, I say some of these things, I think they are a thing of the past now.
No. They are still happening today. In fact, tomorrow they will still do it. I'm sure there are seamstresses and tailors listening to me who have promised people that come tomorrow evening for that. Trust me, they've not even touched the fabric.
Okay.
Please advise them.
Then, whilst I'm advising them, I also advise those who probably go to if you go to probably a seamstress or a tailor who disappoints you one, don't go there again. Look for the right ones. Trust me, the modern day fashion designers or creative, they are upping their game. Because one, you are putting a label in the outfit you are making. So you are making sure quality control is top notch. And you don't know where your outfit will end up. And one thing I tell people, if you know you can't produce, don't even take it. Don't even take it in the first place. One, the structures are also important. When you come to my outfit, I don't take fabrics.
Oh, okay.
I don't take fabrics.
The fabric has to come from you.
You come, we talk about everything that we are doing.
Okay.
I'll let you see samples. This is what we are doing. Talk about the concept, then I produce.
Right.
So you won't come to my place and see a lot of fabric somewhere. No, you won't see that.
Oh, okay.
So if you go to a shop and you're seeing a lot of fabrics hanging around,
advise yourself.
Advise yourself. That is also one. And
True.
also let's try and I tell people, go to the right. Yes, they might be a little bit expensive.
Yeah.
But you also save yourself from, country is hard, but there are some good ones who still produce, and when they say tomorrow 10, their 10 is their 10.
And for those who will give you what I ordered versus what I got,
that one,
those people know what should we do to them. As for those people, it's not advice matter. What should we do to them?
So again, I will say this. If you come to my outfit and you bring me a particular design, and I must say this, I don't think you bring me a design from another designer in Ghana, I wouldn't know where it is coming from.
Okay.
Because I do my research.
Wow.
I'm on the ground, so I know. I'll tell you, this design is coming from this person. Do you want his contact? I'll give it. Oh, you just try and do it for me. I can do it. It might not look the same. And one, I won't even love to do it.
Yeah.
Because somebody might tag Abrantie copy this person. Because if I see somebody copy my design and I know you are a brand out there, I'll come at you.
Okay.
So I only encourage that. So people who normally send people's design, there are a lot of screenshots on your phone. Please stop. That is where the problem is coming from the first.
That is true.
So the screenshots, let's avoid that so that we avoid what I ordered versus what I got. when we start from that side, I think we'll probably be able to. And if you know you're a designer and somebody brings a design to you, you can't do it. Trust me.
Be honest.
Be honest with the person. Oh, we can do it this way.
Exactly.
Try and because trust me, even if you are up with your game, somebody's creation is hard to replicate it.
That's true.
That is why they are fake.
All right, thank you very much. I mean, this advice well taken, you know, to those who are producing and for us, the consumers as well. Watch the kiosk before you enter with that specific design. Even I know that what you are taking there, they can't do. But you are trusting God. You have faith, you are being hopeful, they will disappoint you. Thank you very much, Ohineba, and all the best. And I'll be waiting next year, New Year, you know, for my blazer. And when it comes, I'll come back right here and rep it beautifully for you. Thank you very, very much, and all the best.
Thank you for having me.
Great. Now, you're still live on the Upside Down Show. We've been talking to lead creative and founder of Abrantie, the Gentleman. So now you know where the brand name came from. And you also know that the brain behind this great creation is Ohineba Yabuama. This is the Upside Down Show. The conversation continues shortly. Do stay. You're welcome back. This is the Upside Down Show. This is ChannelOne TV. We are still talking fashion. Now, you remember that right through the show, I've had Caleb and Victor, you know, I mean, be with me right here on set. Now, it is for one reason, okay? It's not because they are handsome and all. They are, of course, but because of the ties they are wearing, something worth discussing. Don't we love our men when they come in all gentlemanly? Of course, and I believe that ties, okay, are accessories that every gentleman must have. At least one. You can't tell me that I don't wear ties. No, it doesn't work like, no. If you don't have tie, then there's something, you're not there yet. You need to own a tie. Own at least one, because there should be that occasion that you come in, you know, all prepped up, all well put together, and show us the stuff that you made of. But what goes into it, you know, why would you choose a particular tie over the other? And then we go beyond the consumption, those who are wearing the tie. Who are the people creating the ties? You go in there, you pick one, you put it down, don't like it, you pick the other one, and then you settle on something. But who is creating this? This is the conversation we are having. Caleb and Victor are wearing amazing ties. In as much as we are talking ties, we are also talking made in Ghana ties. Ties that have designs that make meanings to you. Things that you can connect with. And we have right here with us Derek Ella, who is founder and creative lead, Opulence Ties. Hi, Derek.
Hi, Fema.
How you doing?
I'm fine, thank you. I mean, thanks for having me. It's an honor.
Anytime, anytime. I love what I am seeing.
Thank
you know,
very much.
ties are stuff that you wouldn't think that somebody would pay particular attention, you know, to design something. Some of these things, you just go to the shop, you pick something. Why are you creating this niche for yourself, designing ties?
All right, thank you very much. I think for me, if I told you I have an answer, I'm lying to you. But I think that Ty found me, actually.
Oh, interesting.
Ty
where were you
me.
and where was Ty going?
So I never, with my orientation, like I never thought about pursuing Ty as a business. You know, I think somewhere along the line, I found love for neckties. So whenever I wear neckties, I see my friends give me compliments, or when I see someone wear a tie, you see me adjusting the knot and all of that. But even with that, I never really paid attention until one time when my friends started telling me I should get them ties whenever I go to town.
Okay.
You know, I used to get my ties in Cantaman too. You know, if you want to get good stuff in Cantaman too, there are days you can
Hit
go.
the ground, man.
Wednesdays and Saturdays, but very early in the morning.
Okay.
So I have this guy who does selection for me. So I'll go in there, go and do my selection. I remember as low as 1 CD, 3 CDs, 5
really?
CDs.
You can get ties?
Of course, yeah.
But that was then, right? Okay.
But I'm sure now, good selection, you could get about 10 CDs, you know, 15 CDs. And one thing I like about second-hand ties is that they are very unique. You never see them anywhere. So once you have that, you won't find anybody wearing your tie.
That's the beauty about foods.
You know, so I'll just go and do my selection and then add my margin and then sell it to them.
Businessman.
But I got to a point I felt like, okay, I could make something out of it.
Right.
So I had a few people who supply. So whenever a bill is open, they'll call me, you bill, no. And I'll just go and do my selection. What happened, you know, second-hand clothing has certain smell. So once you do the selection, you dry them on the line under the sun so that the smell, you know, can go. And then there's a place in Cantonment where they sell plastic rubbers, you know, for the ties.
Yes.
So I'll go in there, select a few, and then iron the ties.
Hello, you know the business
And
inside.
then, you know, fix them really well, and then I start selling. So I think that's how it started.
Okay.
You know. But at a point, I mean, the market grew. I started having different kinds of target market, and some didn't want second, some wanted new. So a big shout out to a friend of mine called Evans. They have a shop in Cantamanto. And then I spoke to him. They sell clothing, ties, and all of that. And then he introduced me to his big brother. A big thank you to P2 as well. He sat me down one day and then took me through the whole tie thing. So what I would do is that I didn't have stock. I'll go to the shop, I'll take pictures of the ties they have in the shop, together with my Cantamanto stuff, and then I'll post them on my status.
Okay.
And then people will see it and they tell me that they want that, they want that. The good thing for me was that they pay before I do the delivery. So I'll use their money
to go and buy the ties.
Buy the ties, and then I'll just
How
go
long
and do
ago
them.
was this?
That was like roughly 3 years ago.
Oh, that's
3, 4
not
years
too
ago.
far.
That was, I mean, that was, it wasn't, like I said, I didn't know it was going to be a business.
Yes.
So then I was still doing corporate at the same time, you know, doing the time. I realized that no, I have to be serious with this thing.
Okay.
So one
What
time.
were you working?
So I've done a bit of, I schooled in UPSA.
Okay.
I read accounting, BSc accounting.
Okay.
So I did a little bit of Barclays.
Okay.
Though there was Barclays.
Yeah, before
I did some
even
work there.
Absa.
I did some little bit of work with PwC too.
Okay.
You know, when the bank collapsed, you know, that project, I was on that project. Currently, I'm working with FIFA too as well. I'm a FIFA certified volunteer. I've been with FIFA since
What does that mean? What do you
2018.
do?
So, you know, FIFA runs a lot of projects, you know, like the World Cup, the Euro, and all of that. So whenever there's a project or there's an activity,
You work with FIFA.
I get to work with them and all of that. So I've been with them since 2018.
Oh, okay.
You know, so I was doing that. I'm still doing FIFA, but with other jobs, I was still doing it. But I was like, nah, I need to get this.
So when was Opulence Ties birthed? When did it happen?
So I think 2019, I registered it.
Okay.
December 2019. 2020, COVID. 2021, I did a pilot.
Okay.
I mean, just to test the market. A typical business person, you know. So I go to Cantamanto. I had a friend from China who I'm ordered some ties from. And then I started selling with just a few quantity, and it worked.
Okay.
So 2022, I went official. So then I got the name Opulence Ties.
Okay.
Opulence Ties because I love greatness.
Yeah.
You know, I've always loved greatness. I always want to be around great people and all of that. So I thought I would get a name that would resonate with my target market. And again, I didn't want to just sell ties to anyone. I wanted to sell ties to, a certain group of people.
Yeah.
Because I love greatness, you know. I used to sell normal brands like the Prada, the Gucci, the Louis Vuitton. But I also realized that in Ghana, there's no tire manufacturing company in Ghana. Not even in West Africa. In fact, even in Africa.
Right.
You know, Africa, there's only one tire manufacturing company in South Africa. They are not really a tire manufacturing company. They do other stuff. But as part of their operation, they produce neckties. So I felt that, well, this is an opportunity for me to be in this space. You know, and that's where, you know, you see all these collections and all of that, yeah.
The unique thing about your ties, you know, is that it comes with a Dinkra symbol, all right? And I see this, well, Junami is my favorite Dinkra symbol.
Yeah.
All right, so permit me if I have this one. But even comes with other Dinkra symbols, okay? At what point did it dawn on you that, okay, let me now bring some Ghanaianness to what I'm doing. Let me give it an identity.
Okay. All right, so for me, I think this was a turning point for me. Like I said, I used to sell very normal ties. You know, there was a tie that was shown earlier, the purple tie. The purple tie, I think the one down there. So there was a particular tie that has the same pattern. Okay. You know, and I had this client who reached out to me via Instagram. She said to me that one. Okay. There was some pattern, dotted patterns. And then she ordered for about 15 pieces. So when I was getting ready to, you know, send her delivery, she reached out to me and said that no, she thought that they were a Dinkra symbol, so she's not getting them anymore. At that moment, it didn't click. You know, I went on with my stuff, and then a week or two later, I was like, no.
You thought about it?
I was like, no. So I went back. In fact, I went back to her chat on Instagram. Okay. She was nowhere to be found. Ooh. Yes, even before coming here, I went through her chat just to make sure that I never found her.
It could be an angel or something.
No, this is it.
Prompting you to do something
So I started coming up with ideas, you know. And at the time, I was going to Germany for an assignment, FIFA assignment.
All right.
And then I Googled tie manufacturing companies like in Europe. So I found one in Germany. So when I got to Germany, I reached out to them. They invited me over to their factory. I saw everything, and then I got inspired. So I told them that I have this idea. This is what I want to do. They were like, why not? So they did some samples. So happy. I was like, okay, that's it. And that was where it started.
Wow.
Yeah.
And then we have this.
Yes. So
And
this is actually the signature collection, the new collection at the moment.
Okay.
Yeah. So we have about 3 different collections.
Right.
So the first one was called the Royalty, which is this one, the Royalty
Okay.
collection, which is completely out of stock. And if you look at this one, this is the Presidential collection.
Okay.
It has stripes.
Yeah.
You know, there's
and the color as well.
Yeah, there's a reason why these collections are named like that, and I'll
Okay.
explain very soon. And then
Right.
this is the signature.
Okay, so explain the names to us.
So the first one, Royalty, I feel that as Ghanaians, of course, we are known to be royals. Even beyond that,
Where do you come from?
I come from the Volta region.
Right.
And religiously, we are royal priesthoods.
Yes.
And this particular collection was inspired by the scripture Genesis 41:14.
Hey,
When
you're a preacher man too.
oh no, you know, identity, of course,
Okay.
the story behind the collection. You know, when Joseph was called out of the dungeon,
Yeah.
Bible said that he didn't just appear. Before he met the king, he went to shave,
Preach.
put himself together. So for me, anytime you wear that, it reminds you that even as a Ghanaian, we are this year.
Yeah, that's
Even
true.
as a child of God, there's a way to present
Of
yourself.
course.
So the second collection, which is presidential, you notice that there are just 3 colors, the black, the red, and then the blue one. If you look at president or in the political space, the most dominant colors are blue and red.
Red, yeah.
Blue symbolizes trust, reliability. Red symbolizes power, passion,
Yeah.
authority. And that was the message I wanted to convey at that time. So even the Dinkra symbol selected had those meanings.
Okay, so I see the Jinyami in there.
Which is very dominant, which means
Yes.
as a leader, of course, if you don't have God,
Yeah.
you can't do
And
it.
the other ones?
The other ones. So this means diversity.
All right.
And this also means wealth. These are some qualities that comes with leadership.
Right.
So it is represented in there.
Okay.
And then you get the new one, the signature collection. Usually, most ties,
Yeah.
if you're a collector of ties is called a grabbatologist.
Okay,
Grabbatologist.
grabbatologist.
I
So you are
found that
grabbing.
recently, yeah.
Okay, he's a grabbatologist.
So most ties have paisley designed patterns.
yes,
Most ties.
yes,
Most
I've
ties.
seen that. Yes.
So
that's
what
true.
would make this one different from the other is the Dinkra symbol identity.
Okay.
So when you see the paisley design, just the paisley design, you see this one with the Dinkra symbol. Obviously, if you're a Ghanaian,
you
you'll
know
go for
what it
this
is.
one.
And you have the pocket square as well.
Yes. It comes with pocket squares.
Right.
I mean,
so every tie comes with its pocket square.
every tie comes with its matching pocket
Okay.
square. Some people do not like the tie; they just want the pocket square for their
Yeah.
kaftans.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, that's
You know,
true.
people
yeah.
don't like to wear the matching, thing. So they would rather wear their pocket square on their kaftan or just wear the tie with another pocket square. So I think basically that's it.
But we know that there are some ladies who would love to wear ties, once a while. But are you also trying to create maybe scarves for ladies as well?
In fact, I don't know whether you're a prophetess. Should
Well, I could
say.
be.
Yeah. So we're introducing scarf next week for
Oh, nice.
the ladies, especially for the Christmas festivities. So
Super.
I'll definitely bring you one. It also
Thank you
has
in advance. You heard him. Yeah.
So he also has inspired Dinkra patterns
Oh, great.
for identity. I think for me it's very, very important.
Yeah.
Very soon the vision for us is to have the largest tie manufacturing company in Ghana
And why
maybe in
not?
West Africa.
So where do you create your ties from?
So I currently have a partnership with a German company,
Okay.
a tie manufacturing company. So I do the designs myself. We have a big team. We do designs and then we send it to them in Germany.
Right.
They print it. Of course, we don't have the equipment here. So they do, and then they send it back.
How much do they go for? So this, for instance.
So a single tie, for example, this particular collection, a single tie goes for 200 cedis.
Okay.
But there are packages where we could also give you discounts as well. Yeah.
Derek, thank you very much. We love it, and the fact
Thank you
that you
very
are
much.
adding style to make us look good. We also love the opulence part of fashion as well.
Thank you
Well
very
done,
much.
and we wish you well. And we are waiting for the ladies' collection, and I'm waiting for mine.
Sure, definitely. Thanks for having me.
All
I'm
right,
grateful.
you're always welcome, and thank you very much, Victor. Are you taking these ties back? No.
Maybe.
No. Guys, are you taking them off? No, they look so good. Caleb, with your socks, you should be taking it off.
But can I say a few thank you to some people here?
Sure, well,
possible?
let's go, but
Okay.
if it's,
One person who inspired me is Bernard Avle.
okay.
So I just wanted to feel that it's right that I
What
use this
what
platform.
happened? What did he do?
So when I started the tie, he was one of the people I spoke to.
Okay.
I think for about 20 minutes in his
Right.
office. He kept me, and then he encouraged me.
Oh, super. Well,
You know,
that's Bernard for you.
Yeah, he really, really encouraged me.
So have you been giving him ties?
Of course, I mean, of course.
Okay. Do you have a photo with Bernard in your tie?
Yes, a lot of them.
Okay.
So many of them. Whenever he takes a picture, he sends them to me.
Okay.
So I just want to use this opportunity to say a very big thank you to Bernard. I held on to his words.
Of course.
And
What
we are here
what
today.
what one thing did he say, you know, that has kept you?
You know, he asked me to be focused.
Okay.
You know, if you know Bernard very well, he also somebody who loves the word. You know, he asked me to be focused.
So people
and
have
then
been
just
doing
go
prayer
on.
meeting and
Oh,
Bible
no,
studies.
Oh no, not at all, not at all. But I think that, I mean, to be fair, without God, you can't really do anything.
True. True.
I'm not being religious, but
It's good to be
that's the
religious.
truth, yeah,
There's nothing
yeah.
wrong with that. I
Yes,
believe in God.
yes.
And without God, we
But
can't
without
do
him, there's nothing you can do.
it. Absolutely.
Yeah.
And on that God factor note, I'll be waiting for my scarf.
Sure,
Thank you
definitely.
very much and all the best. Caleb, thank you. Victor, thank you very much. Earlier, we spoke to Oheneba Iabwama Abrantie, the gentleman. Thank you very much also for being our guest. This has been the Upside Down Show right here on Channel One TV. I'm Frima Edunyame. Have a great time.